The NFL establishment told Shedeur Sanders to prove it first. Big name, big brand, but was the football real? Then Saudi Arabia's PIF stepped in with a global partnership that stunned the sports business world. Overnight, Sanders became one of the most commercially powerful young athletes alive, and every old clip questioning him,
if Shadur wins camp and still doesn't start, then it was never a competition. The most powerful sovereign wealth fund on the planet. The same money behind LIV Golf, the same financial force that rewrote the rules of global sports, just confirmed publicly that Shedeur Sanders is the NFL quarterback of the future. So, don't skip a single second of this video. And if this story touches your heart, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments. Where are you watching from? Let's begin. Listen, I don't know how else to say this. What just happened with Shedeur Sanders isn't a small ripple. It's a seismic earthquake shaking the foundations of the NFL. If you thought you understood rookie contracts, player power, or who's in charge of the league's narratives, think again. Shadur just blew all of it up in one move. And the best part? He didn't wait for anyone's permission. He didn't wait for the media to give him a pat on the back. He went out, executed a play that literally no other rookie has ever pulled off, and made every front office in the league sit up straight and rethink every single decision they've made about him. We've seen this before. Teams misjudge talent, pundits get it wrong, draft boards fail spectacularly, but this isn't just a missed evaluation. This is a public, undeniable financial smackdown. The Saudi PIF confirmed Shadur as the NFL quarterback of the future. Let that sink in for a second. The same fund that rewrote global sports economics, the same entity behind some of the boldest moves in professional golf and football worldwide, just threw down a statement so loud it echoes through every NFL front office, every executive that passed on him, every scout that shrugged at his tape, every reporter that ran an anonymous hit piece questioning his ability. They got it wrong, catastrophically wrong, and now they're paying the price. And it's not just about money, it's about timing. Shadur dropped this bombshell on his birthday. That's not a coincidence. That's a statement. A declaration. He's telling the league, the media, and everyone who doubted him, I'm in control. The narrative ends with me. This isn't arrogance. This is strategy. This is understanding leverage in a way most rookies couldn't even imagine. And let me be clear, the NFL's old rules, the traditional rookie humility, the idea that a player should be grateful and desperate, Shadur just tore all of that up. He walked in already building an empire outside the field, and the league has no playbook to stop it. What makes this even crazier is the ripple effect it creates. Every team that passed, every front office that thought they knew better, now has to reconcile with a reality they didn't anticipate. Shadur isn't just a player. He's a movement. He's a leverage point that no draft board, no salary cap, no veteran hierarchy can ignore. The old power structure that rookies must crawl through before they earn respect? Gone. Vanished. Replaced by one simple truth. Shedeur Sanders has already forced the NFL to respect him on his own terms. So yeah, this is a wake-up call. Not just for Cleveland, not just for the teams that slept on him, but for the entire league. This is a moment that will be studied, talked about, and debated for years. And if you thought it was only about contracts or endorsements, you're missing the point. This is bigger than money. This is about influence, respect, and control. And as fans, we get to watch it unfold in real time. The question now isn't whether he can play. The question is whether the league, the media, and every doubter can adjust fast enough before reality hits them harder than any pass rush ever could. And believe me, that moment is coming. Let's talk football. Forget the headlines for a second. Strip away the Saudi PIF deal, the endorsements, the billion-dollar attention. When it comes down to pure football, Shadur Sanders isn't just a fifth-round pick. He's a player whose ceiling terrifies evaluators because it's hard to measure. His rookie season? Yeah, the stats don't jump off the page if you just glance at them, but the deeper you look, the more you realize how much context matters. Offensive line injuries, inconsistent weapons, hostile media narratives. Shadur was facing a perfect storm. And yet, week after week, he showed the kind of poise that makes you stop and take notice. Pocket presence, processing speed, the ability to scan multiple levels and make decisions under pressure that rookies usually can't handle. That's not hype, that's reality. People love to write him off before the draft. 5th round, they said. Too small, too green, too risky. But anyone who watched Colorado closely saw flashes. No, not flashes. Moments of a quarterback who could dissect defenses, move in and out of the pocket with precision, and deliver throws with timing that belied his age. That's why fans like us knew it. We saw it before the PIF, before the contracts, before the hype exploded. And now, the league is finally catching up. Every analyst who doubted him, every scout who shrugged at his tape, they're starting to realize what we've known all along. He's special, and the gap between perception and reality has never been so wide. Cleveland's situation makes this even juicier. The Browns stumbled into a talent that, on paper, should have demanded attention in the first 2 rounds. Instead, he fell to pick 144, and now that same franchise holds the rights to a player whose potential isn't just hypothetical, it's been validated externally in a way few rookies ever experience. That puts Cleveland in a unique position. They can't just treat him like a standard rookie project anymore. Every decision about reps, coaching focus, offensive scheme adjustments, all of it now comes with higher stakes because they're no longer managing a 5th round gamble. They're managing a talent that the most powerful financial and sports minds on the planet just declared invaluable. And let's not ignore depth chart dynamics. Training camp is a battle. Competition is real. But when a player enters camp already armed with confidence, experience under pressure, and an undeniable skill set, the scales tip. The Browns can't bench this guy without facing scrutiny. And honestly, the optics would be brutal. His presence in the locker room changes everything. Leadership, even quietly displayed, becomes infectious. The way he handles adversity, criticism, and pressure tells you something about his future. He's going to command respect whether people hand it to him or not. So yeah, this chapter of Shedeur's story isn't just about stats or snaps. It's about recognition. The recognition that comes from actually knowing talent when you see it. Scouts and media underestimated him. The public doubted him. And now, the league has to reconcile with the fact that a 5th round pick is sitting at the crossroads of immense potential and massive external validation. Fans like us, we knew it all along. And now, finally, the world is starting to see it too. But the story isn't over because how he leverages this recognition in year 2 could rewrite the quarterback narrative entirely. Here's the thing about Shedeur Sanders. If you think the road to NFL success is just about arm strength and accuracy, think again. This kid's journey has been a minefield. 5th round pick, undervalued, underestimated, written off before he ever set foot on a professional field. And the media? Don't get me started. Every step he took, there was someone ready to cast doubt. Anonymous sources questioning his work ethic. Analysts spinning narratives about his character. The usual rookie learning curve, excuses all designed to keep him small in the public eye. But fans? We've been watching the tape. We saw what was there. We knew the talent was real. And yet, week after week, he had to push against a tide of skepticism that would crush most rookies. Let's be honest, some of these obstacles weren't even about football. Injuries on the offensive line, lack of reliable weapons, chaotic coaching decisions, all of it painted a picture that made him look worse than he really was. And the media, they amplified every misstep, every incomplete pass, every questionable decision, without context. They created a narrative that made him seem like a risky 5th round pick, when in reality, the system around him was failing him. Fans felt it too. We were frustrated, watching a generational prospect fight to prove himself while the noise tried to drown him out. But Shedeur, he just kept grinding. And the anonymous source attacks? Legendary. He doesn't study the film enough. He's not ready for the NFL. We heard it all. But now, with the Saudi PIF validation, those whispers are exposed for what they were: noise. $700 billion doesn't lie. When a global sports powerhouse steps in and publicly declares him the quarterback of the future, the counter-arguments collapse. The record is clear. The talent was always there. The hype was manipulated. The system was slow, and Shedeur persevered. Internally, the hurdles were just as real, competing for snaps, proving himself to coaches, navigating the politics of a rookie year in a high-pressure environment. Every decision by the front office, every training camp rep, every preseason game carried weight. And yet, he handled it with a level of poise and football intelligence that made you realize this isn't just talent. It's preparation, it's mindset, it's resilience. The hurdles were massive, but each one became a stepping stone. Each doubter became motivation. And here's the emotional kicker for fans like us. Watching him overcome these obstacles isn't just inspiring, it's vindicating. We saw it before the league, before the media, before anyone else. And now, everyone else is catching up. The narrative is shifting. The doubters are being forced to reckon with reality. And if you think the uphill battle is over, think again, it's only getting started. Because the next challenge isn't proving the talent exists, it's proving it can dominate. Now we're entering the stage where potential meets opportunity. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a rookie trying to survive the NFL grind anymore. He's stepping into a position where the entire landscape around him has shifted. The Browns have rebuilt pieces around him, from the offensive line to receiving options. And he's entering year 2 with experience under his belt. But here's the kicker. The Saudi PIF validation doesn't just add money, it adds leverage, it adds influence, it adds a spotlight so bright that the league has no choice but to adjust around him. Training camp isn't just reps and drills, every snap is a statement. Every throw is a reminder that this isn't a rookie. This is a player who can shape the narrative, and he knows it. Think about what that does psychologically. Confidence in the pocket isn't just about knowing where to throw the football. It's about knowing your worth, understanding that every front office meeting, every coaching conversation, every media critique is now happening in a new context. Shedeur doesn't have to prove he belongs. He already has an external stamp declaring it. That changes the dynamics in practice. That changes the interactions in the locker room. Leadership emerges naturally when talent is combined with poise and validation. The way he carries himself, how he communicates with teammates, how he makes reads under pressure, it all becomes amplified because the team, the league, and even the media now recognize his value differently. And let's not forget the unique pressure that comes with being a global sports asset. We're not just talking about dollars on a contract. We're talking about international attention, brand partnerships, the kind of scrutiny that can either break a player or accelerate their rise. Shedeur has proven he thrives under attention, and now it's focused in a way that few rookies ever experience. It forces the Browns to invest in him correctly, not just as a potential starter, but as a cornerstone of a franchise. The way they approach his development, the plays they run, the mentorship he receives, everything is now calibrated with the understanding that his upside isn't theoretical. It's validated at the highest possible level. Fans, watch closely, because this is where it gets electric. This isn't just about watching a rookie step up. This is about witnessing the rise of a movement. He's not only developing as a quarterback, he's reshaping expectations, rewriting what it means to enter the NFL as a 5th-round pick. The blend of preparation, talent, and newfound leverage means that every game, every decision, every highlight could be a turning point in his story. And make no mistake, Shedeur Sanders knows it. He's ready to seize these moments, to take advantage of every opportunity, and to make history while doing it. We're not just watching a player grow. We're watching a trajectory that can redefine the quarterback position for years to come. And as he continues to navigate this unique intersection of talent, preparation, and global recognition, the question isn't whether he can succeed, it's how spectacularly he will break through. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for, the one where everything we've been talking about comes into focus. Shadur Sanders isn't a rookie trying to make a name anymore. He's not a 5th-round experiment or a developmental project. He's a phenomenon. A quarterback whose presence alone forces the NFL to reconsider how it evaluates talent, manages rookies, and even handles player leverage. We've seen glimpses of this before. Think Jalen Hurts, think Patrick Mahomes, but Shedeur's situation is different. He doesn't just have talent. He has validation, influence, and a global spotlight that turns every game, every decision, every throw into something bigger than the field. Let's be honest, the league is shifting under his feet. Rookie contracts used to mean control for the teams, humility for the player. That old hierarchy? Gone. Shedeur walked in with external confirmation that he's worth every penny, every rep, every opportunity. That creates leverage. That creates pressure on Cleveland to develop him correctly. That creates a scenario where every NFL front office watching from afar has to ask themselves, did we get this wrong? And the answer is, staring them in the face, yes. Catastrophically wrong. And now Shedeur is ready to prove it. The bold part? This isn't just about proving he belongs. It's about proving he can dominate. He's got the arm, the mobility, the pocket awareness, and the processing speed to dissect defenses. But he also has a support system unlike any young quarterback in NFL history. Coaching, teammates, fan accountability, and global financial backing that amplifies his opportunities. Every snap he takes now carries stakes that go beyond the scoreboard. Every highlight, every clutch throw, every leadership moment is part of the narrative he's writing for himself and for the league. And here's the thing fans need to hear loud and clear. This is historic. We're witnessing a cultural shift in player power. A moment where one young quarterback is changing how the NFL thinks about value, leverage, and recognition. He's not waiting for permission. He's not asking for a chance. He's taking it. The fifth-round pick with doubts hanging over him? That guy is gone. The quarterback of the future is here. The one who walks into meetings with credibility, walks onto the field with confidence, and walks past media noise with poise. That's Shedeur Sanders. So when the season starts, don't just watch the games, watch the movement. Watch how a rookie-era leverage, a relentless work ethic, and unprecedented external validation collide to create something the league has never seen. He's ready. He's proven. And the NFL knows it. Every snap, every decision, every win or loss will be a testament not just to his skill, but to the fact that the game is evolving. And as fans, we get to witness history in real time. The story isn't hypothetical. The story isn't about potential anymore. It's about reality. Shedeur Sanders isn't a prospect. He's a quarterback who's already reshaping the league, and the next chapter, that's the one we all get to watch unfold.